Evelyn always sat in the same spot on the train, the window seat in car 3. She liked the way the morning light curved through the glass, softening the world into watercolors. She had been commuting this way for years, a quiet observer of other people's hurried lives. One morning in October, a man with tired eyes and a stack of music sheets slid into the seat across from her. He apologized as though he had stolen something from her, though she had claimed no space but her own. Evelyn smiled faintly, enough for him to see she didn't mind. Day after day he appeared. His name, she learned in snatches of conversation, was Michael. He was a pianist who played in a cafe near the station. His hands were always restless, tapping invisible melodies against his thigh. She told him she worked at the library, where silence had its own symphony. What began as polite nods grew into quiet rituals, sharing an orange on Mondays, her bringing him a new novel on Fridays, his fingers sketching songs into the margins of her newspapers. Evelyn found herself waiting for him, not just on the platform but in her life. The first time he played for her, she didn't realize it was a confession. She had wandered into the cafe on a rainy evening, her umbrella dripping at her feet, and there he was, bent over the piano, coaxing sorrow and hope from ivory keys. The music reached for her like hands she could not see. By the time he looked up, her cheeks were streaked with tears. They built a life in the quiet ways only two gentle souls can. Shared breakfast with too much honey, notes tucked into coat pockets, walks through bookstores where she picked novels by their covers, and he chose records by their dust. The world was brighter, fuller, stitched together by their small acts of tenderness. Then the cough came, first small, then sharp enough to hollow his frame. The diagnosis arrived like a thief, robbing them of future years they had already begun to count. Evelyn tried to be brave, tried to smile when he pressed her hand and said, "We still have time. Let's make it music." They did. Even as his strength faded, Michael composed a final piece. He called it The Train Window. He said it was the sound of meeting her, of watching her face glow in the morning light. Evelyn read aloud to him when his hands shook too much to write. She memorized every freckle, every smile line, as though she could keep him whole in her mind.